up here for our first time coming up in freezing temperatures. It is November 12th, and we are amazed at the ice. You can see everything is iced over. The dock post, the dock itself, we're gonna have to be very careful with Clark, maybe crawling on hands and knees. And then if you look at the shoreline, it's just amazing, the icicles we already have here. It's gorgeous. So take a peek.
All right, so for something different, we thought we'd actually show you the beginning to end of our planning and the building of the bunkhouse. So here we have the drawing we built about 2 years ago, showing what we were going to go ahead and build. Now this is the frame drawing. It doesn't include the sheathing, so you'll have to be a little bit imaginative. But here we go. This is the outside looking in. This is from the lake side. You can see the side windows. This side, this is the back with the back window for the bathroom. And then this is over to the side where we have the sliding door and storefront windows. So we'll just walk right in. And I'm going to jump over to let Allison talk about the front nook right here.
So this is one of our 2 lower nooks. Eventually, when we have the main cabin built, this will be adequate space for a queen bed with some storage underneath for guests. Right now, because this is our house, this is our kitchen area. So you see that we have some food prep space with some storage. We have more space for our dishes and for some pantry goods that we have. Coffee station, very important. Microwave. And then we also have a little semblance of a linen closet here. So this is where we keep our towels, our blankets, and those kinds of items, as well as our garbages.
Now that Allison's shown the front nook, let's take a look at the back nook.
So this is our other sleeping nook that's down on the main floor. This will also have space for a queen size bed when it's eventually used as bunkhouse space. But since we're using this as our home right now, this is Clark's area as well as child guest sleeping area. So we have a toddler bed that we were so kindly given from friends over on Cow. And we have a second mattress underneath for second child sleeping area. Then we have toy storage. We also have on this side double panels of curtains. And this is something that when that side is not a kitchen, we'll also have double panels of curtains. This helps give good privacy for people who are sleeping, and it keeps the sun out in the morning.
From the back nook, we'll go upstairs and now get a feel for the loft.
So here we have our loft. And our loft will always be additional overflow bedding like we have up here right now. So right now we have the 2 queen beds. So this is a bed for Bennett and myself and a bed for guests. And it's just a nice leisurely area with tall enough ceilings so you can move around somewhat comfortably.
From the loft, we're going to now take a look down to the bathroom.
So here we have our back wall, which came together pretty much as we had planned. We have here a set of cubbies, shelves, and we have this to be storage for clothes, for guests' bags, for water, and other things that we use frequently. And then in here we have a small bathroom. We can't have water inside the bunkhouse because we don't have septic yet. So we just have our toilets in here for right now. Eventually, once we have septic, we'll put a small sink in here in the corner. But that's going to be years down the line. So right now we have the incinerator toilet. And then we have a small porta potty toilet for liquids right next to it. And then the things that we had installed a few weeks ago. So area for hand sanitizer and some toiletries and the mirror. And then some storage above for bigger recreational items such as our tubes for tubing behind the boat.
And the sliding door, so you can see where we put the fridge and what we have up front.
This section of the bunkhouse also functions a little bit like a kitchen, but also like our dining and recreation area. So we have our fridge over here, full-size fridge, so we have plenty of room for groceries and for long trips up here. We also have a dining table over here that has the bench underneath that we built, so we have seating for 6 that's indoors, so that way we can have nice leisurely breakfast, especially if we were up here on a cold weekend like this, we wouldn't be eating outside. It also takes advantage of the great view we have out front and the large windows.
Now we're going to take a walk outside and take a look at what we've done.
So don't mind all the debris you're going to see around. We're closing up today, and there was a huge windstorm about 2 weeks ago that's brought down a lot of branches, as you can see. So our priority today is wrapping up walkers on Winni and getting everything winterized for the year. But here we have our deck, so you can see the deck that we built when Alex and Tina were here, and the railing, so we have a nice transition space to come upstairs. Right off the deck, we also have our grill, also from Friends on Cow. We've had great friends who have given us lots of things. Picnic table for my aunt and my uncle back at home. And then we have the back part behind the bunkhouse. So you see we have the bunkhouse right over there for perspective. And then back here we built a shower. We built it back here so you have a little bit of privacy. This is where we put the fencing that we got this year for free. We have an outdoor camp heater essentially. This is powered by a propane tank to heat water. It can heat water up to 50 degrees from whatever the base temperature is. So it can get us at least to the 90s, but generally well above 100. We've got our fire pit that we've loved using for comfort and for getting rid of so much debris, both rough cut lumber and trees that we've been taking down. And then lastly, our wonderful shed, which has served us well this year, but will be coming down today as part of our winterizing process. We don't think it'll be able to stay standing during the winter, so we're going to move all the tools from that inside and build a real shed next year.
So we've been using this lean-to all year to keep all of our stuff, but as you heard Alice say, it's not going to make the winter, so we're going to take it down. So we're going to build that shed that she talked about. We're going to put in a 144 square foot, 12 by 12 shed, and it turns out this is probably the best spot for it. It's pretty level here, and it's close enough that we can get to stuff, but far enough away that it's not right next to it. So we'll put it back here, so expect that to be done one of the first things we do in the spring, so we have a place to keep our tools. And it'll actually be back far enough that we don't have to deal with it when we're moving stuff around, but close enough we can get to it when we're working on the main camp.
So we're getting ready for the worst part of the season here, when we're packaging up the boats for winter and committing to not going out to the island again this year. So right now we're putting together the frame that the tarps rest on. This one is for the bay liner. We have these tarps on the boat so when it snows over the winter that the snow just comes right off and doesn't pool and accumulate with ice inside the boats. So here we go. Both boats have frames up. Now it's time for tarps to go on.
The worst part of the year is here, and we winterized the boats. We got the tarp on there, and we're all set. So we're just going to load up the car and head home. It's been a wonderful year. I hope you've enjoyed joining us this year. And this is it for 2017. We'll be back in 2018 to start a fresh adventure.